Hi guys, I am just getting ready to do my videos for the day, and I had to just make this video. And I mean my videos for the day, like the tarot readings and whatnot. It's just been like some massive reality shifts that are just one is quite profound, and I've never had this happen before. So anyway, such a big lead up, right? But it feels like it to me. So I want to say this started last week. Something started last week, or maybe even before that. Things started to seem kind of weird to me. So I'm also posting this to kind of get your opinions. It's one of the advantages of having some level of a platform. I can kind of reach out there and see what you all are experiencing. Um, things felt really weird around the time of that. Was it the blood moon Scorpio eclipse? It was just weird. I had a lot of difficulty sleeping. It took me a long time to fall asleep at night. And then I would wake up in the middle of the night, wide awake, and not be able to go to sleep. And it wasn't even like an overthinking or anything. It was just awake. Um, and I even found sometimes like my intuition, I had difficulty even with some of the readings, and I just thought, what is going on? And I thought it must be this moon that we were having. And so then nothing really odd took place until um I want to say, I think it was the morning of, or the morning of one day before. I was going to be going up north with my little dog Lily and my son up to my mom's, because it was a long weekend. So this weekend that just passed here, um was it it's the May, we call it the May 2-4 weekend here in Canada. um so I was walking Lily, and something had changed. So I don't know if any of you experienced the Mandela effect, or you're familiar at all with quantum physics and quantum reality and quantum computers and all of that, but quantum theory. So you can Google that, and if you've never heard of it before, it will start to blow your mind, because I'm sure you'll notice some things that the reality was this and it's not that anymore. So it's about that. It's about a reality shift, and I always look at it in terms of changing, because all the possibilities in existence exist. So they're all like lines of reality, and your consciousness can hop these. So I had at one point too, I think I had mentioned it in a couple of videos, that I used to get a lot of Mandela effects quite a while ago. And I was thinking about that this morning. I was thinking, what timeline was that? And I want to say it was sometime between 2013 and 2014. Around then, there was I was really noticing a lot. And then, that went on for a couple of years. And I would say in the last 3 years or so, it's been pretty quiet. Like, I have myself weren't noticing too many. And I don't like attribute everything to a Mandela effect, because I do know that there are sometimes we do all remember things incorrectly. We forget things. I know I forget things. But then there are some things that happen, and there's no way that reality didn't shift. And okay, so here's the thing. I can't remember what this profound thing was that I remembered that I noticed when I was walking Lily. And I'm gonna kind of lead it all up for you, because I feel like I noticed a change, and I was thinking about that for a bit, and then I got distracted into my weekend, loading up the car and getting ready and making the drive and getting up there, and then I completely forgot about it. Like, it wasn't at the forefront of my mind. It wasn't a big part of my day. So, but it was something, and I've tried to remember what it is, and I can't. It's just gone now. But I know that it was something like, it's not this, but it's the level of this, where like all the houses in this neighborhood, they have these stonework frames around the windows. They're brick houses with a stonework frame around the window. It would almost be like I walked past a house that morning, and there was no stonework frame around the window. And well, they all of them have it. And I know that house did, but it's not there anymore. It's something else. And that can't just shit, because you know that, well, that's something that would have been noisy. There would have been construction. It wasn't that, but it was something like it. And I have tried for hours to recall what this is because, sorry, holding the, Lily and I are just chilling in the spare room. I just wanted to sit somewhere kind of like comfortable and cozy, like we're having a little talk in my house here. So anyways, so yeah, I didn't realize that I forgot about that change, whatever it was. It's gone to me now. And then, so this one might be a change for some of you. This is an interesting one. I was skimming through YouTube. It was on the weekend, or maybe I'd just come back from up at my mom's. And I came across a YouTube channel that I watch sometimes. I find him completely entertaining, and not just him, but the people that watch it. Tyler's Tarot. But I noticed something about, as he was going past my feed, I stopped and I looked at the name of his channel. And I said, that's not right. That's not right at all. Like, it struck me immediately. Like, I wasn't even going to click on the video. It was just in my feed. So it's singular now. It's not plural. It's Tyler Tarot. And I thought, that seems like a Mandela effect, because it's always been Tyler's Tarot. Even saying Tyler Tarot sounds weird, doesn't it? And some of you, maybe this isn't an effect for you, and you're like, no, it's always been Tyler Tarot, Cindy. And maybe it has for you, because I know that people have even expressed to me that my channel's name has changed. Some people remember it being Awakenings to Spirit, and there's been another version too, and I'm like, no, it's never changed, but to me it's never changed. And because I've experienced this, I can't discount someone else's experience that I may not, connect with. So there's that. It seemed like pretty big to me. So here's the really big one. It really blew my mind yesterday. Well, there's a lead up to it, actually, and I didn't put it all together until this morning in the shower, which seems to be, I'm not going to call the shower a shower anymore. I'm going to call it my thinking capsule. Like, yeah, because it's a good place to think, the shower. I don't know if the water kind of helps with the, the mind and the psychic connections. And so yesterday, as many of you know, like, I go to my son's school to lunch monitor. I've been in kindergarten the last little while. And you can see, like, my tattoo. Y'all are familiar with my tattoo and everything. And so one of the teachers who I've known for a few years now, because I've been going there. Okay, so this is important too. I've been going there to lunch monitor for 5 years. There's been some hiccups where some years not as many as others. Even this year at some point in the winter, I think I took a couple months where I wasn't going in. But like literally right now, I've been going in for three and a half months solid, unless I've had an appointment or something and I've missed a day. So like I'm in there pretty much almost every day with the same kids, same group. So a teacher that I know, she noticed my tattoo and she came to me, she said, you didn't have that before, did you? And I said, well, no, I didn't, but I did get it back in December. And the minute I said that to her, I thought to myself, I know I've said that to her. I know I've had this conversation with her. But then, like, she literally, unless she's a really good actress, I swear she'd never seen it before. Which seems odd, because I know I was going in with sleeveless shirts towards the middle of May, where it was really, really warm here suddenly. And there was a couple of people that had noticed it, and I talked about it, and I know I had the conversation with her. But anyways, I didn't say that. We continued to talk about it. I think she even like touched it. And it just, to me, it seemed like, yeah, like it's like she's seen it for the first time. So I told her about it and everything, and then, went on with my time in the yard. And I wasn't there very long. And 2 girls came up to me, and one, like, they would be 5 going on 6 or 6 years old. And she said, Miss Cindy, so-and-so doesn't remember you. Thinks you're new. And I thought, what? And this girl, it's always important too to kind of, have information about the personality too, of how information is coming. So there's different types of personalities that people have, right? And the kids do too. And this is one of those girls that will always let me know if somebody's doing something that they shouldn't be doing, or a new rule has been applied that I don't know about and I should be enforcing, which is actually kind of helpful. But she's not the kind to, she's really the straight and narrow, because there are some kids that will do that, but they'll also lie about when they get in trouble, or they'll get in trouble too. And she never does. Honest to God, she never gets in trouble. And if she does something wrong, she'll come and tell me before the person that she did the wrong to does. So she's kind of interesting that way. So I thought, I didn't feel like, she was trying to pull a joke on me or anything. And her face looked quite serious. So she took me over to who didn't remember me. And I was shocked. I thought the boy and his two friends were joking, like it was a joke. They didn't remember me. He didn't remember me. He honestly didn't remember me. And I thought, I don't understand. I've been coming here all year. And so I kind of played with it a little bit. And I said, but my hair, like, it's so distinctive. You don't remember me with the long white hair. And no. And then I even said to him, because a few weeks ago, I was dealing with him and his friends for a couple days straight. They were having a problem with another boy. They weren't getting along when they were playing. And I was sort of mediating that with them. And I said, don't you remember when you had the problem with so-and-so? And his face was blank. And I could see he was, like, his friends too, they weren't really clicking. I think they were trying to see if they could remember. But this one boy, he absolutely felt like he'd never met me before. And I didn't really think about it at first. Like, I didn't attach it to a Mandela effect. Like, I don't really walk around in my life and go, okay, well, that's one, well, that's one. I can't remember when I started thinking about that. And I thought, like, I kept playing it over in my mind and thinking, like, I remember at one point feeling like I had to kind of drop the point of the conversation of convincing him that I had been there. Because it seemed to be making him feel kind of uncomfortable. Like, I was telling him that his truth wasn't true, but he seemed to know that it was. Like, it was weird. I just felt like I couldn't press it anymore, so I had to just kind of be, I think I joked a little bit with him, and then I said, like, well, now you know who I am. I'm Miss Cindy. You have any problems, you have any concerns, you just come to me. So, and I left it like that. But then I thought, that's weird. I have never, ever experienced someone who outright does not remember me. And I've dealt with that person, even though it's a little kid, and that's actually a part of it that makes it so much more believable, is that he just doesn't remember me. So now I'm trapped, I'm lost in this thought pattern thinking, what reality was he in where I wasn't there? Right? Like, that fascinates me. Yeah, I just find it very fascinating. Like, I feel like there was some sort of major shift that was happening around that Scorpio blood moon eclipse. And now I'm sort of like feeling the repercussions of it, or like noticing the changes that were maybe even happening there at that point in time. Yeah. So then, like, in the shower, that's when I was thinking about it. Maybe it was this morning, I thought. And it's funny, because actually it was his teacher that was the one that hadn't seen the tattoo before, or didn't remember seeing it. I thought, that's so odd. It's so odd, isn't it? And then the Tyler's Tarot. And then I was thinking about all of that. And then in the shower, I said, well, wait a second. I had a huge Mandela effect experience last week before I went up north. And I haven't been able to remember it. I can't remember it. I've tried and I've tried, and I've just tried to let it go and see if it comes in on its own. And it's like it's gone. It's like that memory is gone because I didn't keep my awareness about it long enough to hang on to it somehow. I don't know. It's just, so yeah, I'm really curious if you guys have noticed any strange shifts. I want to say too, the world feels like a much more violent place than what it did a couple weeks ago. I can't necessarily attribute that to any reality shifts, but possibly. So it makes me wonder, did I reality shift, or did that boy? I think probably both of us. And the other thing too, I often found with him, and even to some extent the two other friends that he would play with, when I would deal with them, there was some vacancy there that I couldn't put my finger on. And I've often felt like, our conscious minds aren't just held in one reality. I mean, that's to me almost proven in sleep. You can create realities in your mind. If you can create a reality in your mind, well, your mind is everything that you experience. So anyways, but these timelines, these threads of reality, I've always believed that like we're in all of them, but our conscious mind is focused more in one than others. And that there are people that you'll meet along your path sometimes in the reality that you were consciously strong in, that you don't have a very strong connection with, or like this vacancy about him. Like I felt like in some way, almost like we never connected. But I wouldn't have described it as that. I would describe it as him looking through me or looking past me, or us just not connecting. That was not the case yesterday. I mean, he was looking right at me. We had eye-to-eye contact, and I felt he was present. That's how I would describe it, that he was present. And he's not a JK, so he's an SK, so he would be 5 or 6 years old. So it is almost like his conscious, I don't know. This stuff is really, I mean, there are people that will just not, they'll just say you're crazy. I don't know. Some of this stuff is just too weird to just not try to figure out, or just say, that's just that. There's something deeper and more profound, no? When this happens. So anyways, I just wanted to bring that up. I think that's all. Is that all of them, Lily? Have you had any reality shifts? Not really. No, she wouldn't tell me anyways, but yeah, I think that's it. The Tyler's tarot. And then not remembering me. My God. That's odd. So then, there we have it. That's what I got. So anyways, guys, let me know in the comments if you've noticed anything strange, particularly around that eclipse, that Scorpio blood moon eclipse, and even just things happening after that, or noticing it after. So that's what I got, guys. I'm going to go do my tarot readings, and yeah, catch you later. Bye.